courtesy of BowlSports.com, Stitcher.com, iTunes. You can subscribe to this lovely, sexy, wonderful podcast for free. Tune in media for your mobile devices, Google Play Podcast, and we are now on Spotify. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the show that we so lovingly call Bow on Bulls, the show totally, utterly, and foreverly dedicated to the Chicago Bulls and NBA talk. I am Big Dave.
LC Dub.
What's up, my brother?
What's up, man?
Good?
I'm good.
All right. I want to have a moment real quick because we didn't get to do this last Ball on Bulls. You unveiled to us that somebody near and dear to you and I has gone on, is not with us anymore.
Oh, yeah?
And it was very sad. This, it's been with us for about over maybe 20 years.
Okay.
It's been with us for a long time.
Okay.
It's very sad. Of course, I'm talking about your beer opener.
Yeah.
It's very sad. The gold beer opener that you had, many nights at bars, Chris. It's been an opening line for me, for women who've had, wanted to get their beers open and they couldn't, get the bartender. And I'll be like, yo, Doug, hey, man, let me see that opener. You toss that joint. I'm like, hey,
I used to toss it, didn't I?
Yeah, you would toss it. I catch it, open the lady's beer for her, and the conversation would begin. And it was many wonderful nights like that, man. It was always there for us, It
was there for everyone.
It was there for everyone, man. But what made you decide it was time?
When it took like 10 minutes to open the beer bottle.
Okay, yeah, good.
Actually, Tone was the one that kind of like used it for the last time.
Yeah, man. And I have it upstairs. I don't have the heart to get rid of it.
I'm glad because it's funny because I didn't want to. I kept it for a long time until like 10 times opened a bottle of beer. So I'm like, all right. But when I saw Tone struggle for like 5 minutes, and I took it from him, and I'm like, yeah, this is pretty much a wrap. I did feel bad. I did. I didn't throw it away. I told Tom, I said, man, I feel weird throwing this away. It's been around for a long time.
Yeah, I found it in the box.
So I did. So we were in the back seat of the car. We bought beer, and I said, I'm going to put it in here. Someone will find it. And
I found it immediately. Like, it's a friend, man. That's my homie. I'm like, dude, what you get my boy in?
I'm glad you found it.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like destroying the garbage or something like that.
Yeah, it wasn't meant to, dog. We're going to frame that, bro. Like, we gotta do something with that. That was very special, near and dear to us.
It's scarred up. It has rough. It was gold, now it's gold and silver.
Yes, it's been through a lot, man.
Teeth are all jagged.
But it was always there for us.
Always there.
Always there for us, man, when we needed it, man. Even after it took 10 minutes, you still got it open.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, shout out to the beer opener.
And hello to the blue one.
Hello to the blue one. Hello to the blue one. We'll see how you do. I ain't as attached to it right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know you.
Ain't been places yet.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's all bright and shiny. I don't know you, son. You know what I mean?
Like a rookie, man.
Yeah, man. I don't know. You new to the game.
It's in the G League right now.
We'll see how it goes. We'll see it right. Catching ridiculous hoops, man. So we have two wonderful guests on our show. And I have to, do my proper intro for these guests here. So this is how I think of these two guys. I think they're you and I, but just elevated versions.
Just West Coast versions?
No, just elevated. not just West, but elevated.
Okay.
I think one guy, is also, obviously in, computer world and everything. You are, computer master man. And, the other one is super cool, super chill, and very into music. Now, I think he's more advanced in his computerdom than you are, just judging, by his, 100-foot mansion that he has. I'm just playing. And,
things don't ever dictate. I'm just going to dictate how much you are. It's all about size and Apple Watches.
If it don't work out, Dave, we got a domain, baby.
I appreciate that. And the other one is just the coolest individual in the world. You know what I'm saying? Just super cool and chill. People always say I'm cool or something. Like Tom's like, no, you cool. I'm like, nah, bro. This is Sub-Zero over here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a cool world for words, man. But ladies and gentlemen, these are two of our favorite people, man. And we are happy that they are on here. They have their own Bulls podcast show. Thank you for coming on our show. Their names are Marcus and Wyse Black. Marcus Couch.
Yes, sir.
What's up, y'all?
What's happening?
Thank y'all for coming on, man.
This is like, so, I can do that whole, I was like lip syncing that intro from the beginning because I listen to the show so much, man. And it's just like, this is the thrill. So,
man.
I forgot I was on for a second. I thought I was just listening to the show.
Next time you can do the intro. Let me see how you do.
All right.
He's right. That would be cool to hear. Now that would love. Chris has done it a couple times.
All right, April Fool's Day is coming up, man. So we can just like switch it all around. You guys
switch it up,
podcast. You do our podcast.
Yeah. We're down for that. We would definitely switch podcasts. We are definitely down to do that, man. You can put us down for that. And also, I didn't mention that Marcus also has us on their net, on the Bulls.fm network.
Don't talk about that anymore. It already got taken away.
Oh, that's not around no more?
Nope. Somebody wrote me a nice letter and said, hey, you can't have Bulls dot anything. So
what?
You're taking that down, bro. So
wait, Mark.
You own that?
You ain't even let me know that for real.
I know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna redo what I did there, but put it on bullspodcast.com.
Okay.
It's like you're technical here. I'm like, you own the domain. How the hell did this?
Yeah, they don't like that.
Did they sell? They didn't buy it from you?
Turner was like, hey,
we'd
like to have that.
Eminent domain. You own the domain. Anyway, I have a conversation.
Yeah, it's trademarked. They got nice little
right.
About that.
Some licensing.
You know what? All right.
Chris is gonna get into this. Chris is gonna get into this.
Yeah, Chris don't understand. I got Bulls in a different domain, and I'm just like, all right, here you go. Don't look in my other pocket. I got something else over here, but man, you go ahead, take this, show your friend.
Right. Have a nice day. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy you. I think, hey man, I'm impressed that people actually sent you the cease and desist. To be honest,
that's pretty impressive.
That lets me know you're doing something.
Exactly.
You're doing something.
Yeah, that's what they've always said. If you get in trouble, then
you know you done something. Yeah.
Hey, we out here, Marcus. I didn't know it was like that.
Yeah, the Bulls and websites, I don't even get it. It's like the Bulls can't even string 3 W's together. What do they know about a website?
Oh, look at that transition.
That is a transition for you. That's a professional, ladies and gentlemen.
Professional.
And he is correct in what his assessment right there. So we're going to move with him. That's right. We're going to move right with him. We're going to move right with him and get right into these Chicago Bulls. These Bulls, man, it's been a disappointing start to the season, to say the least.
She said string together 3 W's. That is awesome, man.
Yeah,
that was just like really, really bravo.
Yeah. There you go. That's all we can do. That's all we can do.
3 W's.
It's all we can do is show love and applause. So, when we hear greatness, we show love to it. So,
all right.
Let me ask you guys though. So the start of this season. Did you all see it going this way? I don't know if you guys had the Bulls in the playoffs or not, but with the teams that they were playing at the beginning of the year, did you see the season starting off like this?
I'll take it first. So, look, man, I definitely did it. I definitely did it with the likes of, the acquisitions of Chris Fleming, Roy Rogers. We have nearly everybody healthy right now. We got all of our horses, Roy Markkinen, Zach Lavine, the 2 acquisitions, Tomas Satoransky and Thad. Luke Cornett, I actually thought that he was a pretty, low-key signing that would actually come in and, just not do anything crazy, but I thought that he would be, just a guy that we could really use at that 5 position. So I really thought that for the start of this season, I thought that they were really in a nice place to come in and at least for the beginning of this season, seeing how the schedule was formed, I thought that they would come in and at least like manhandle all of these like lesser teams, or so-called lesser teams is how I guess I should put it. But that really has not been the case at all. When you look at the game versus the Cleveland Cavaliers, I actually pegged the Cleveland Cavaliers to be one of the weakest teams in the league, period. I looked at them like a bottom 5 team, but the way that they was balling on us, man, I couldn't believe it. Like, I really couldn't believe it. I was ready to explode how they let Tristan Thompson, although he's been having a pretty spectacular season to start, but like our guys was just looking like they couldn't do anything against them, man, especially on the boards. I think they rebounded us by like 30 or something. You know what I mean? So they just looked super unprepared, like they wasn't ready at all for the beginning of the season. And I know like it's like beating a dead horse, but I have to look at Boylan. Like I'm seriously looking at Boylan because I think that we have far too much talent on this team to look as poorly as they do so far to start this season. Now, albeit they have gotten 3 W's. They have gotten 3 W's so far, which is cool. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I don't think all of them have been very convincing. The only one was the Atlanta Hawks game. I thought that they did a very nice job containing Trae Young, but at the same time, the Hawks are pretty hobbled. You know what I mean? So they aren't really a full team, but I don't know. Like the Bulls they're missing something right now. They are definitely missing a key piece, and I really think that is mainly the coaching.
Marcus, I'm sure. I mean, you're a fiery guy, bro. So I'm sure watching this, starting it off, you weren't too happy. With what you saw.
I'll tell you, there's 3 losses in particular or one was actually a win, but first, the Bobby Portis revenge game. This is the only game the Knicks win all season so far. Is the Bobby Portis revenge game against us. And then you got the Jabari Parker revenge game. You know, it's like, hey, Jabari's a baller. Otto Porter's out. I'm hearing this on Twitter right now. Was it a big mistake? Troll? What are you? But then when I saw the Jakar Sampson in Indiana revenge game, I'm like, Jesus Christ, what is going on?
Yep.
The Jakar Sampson revenge game.
Yeah,
we've heard it all, fellas. We've heard it all.
That loss, Chris and I actually watched that game together, and I don't think we've been more baffled by Bulls' loss in a long time, man. It's been a while since I've been that baffled watching that kind of loss. Yeah. You right by that?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
That's because, like you just said, Jakar Sampson.
Jakar Sampson.
we G-League. Watching Jakar, like,
yo,
your name is Jakar, bro. You do it, and you doing the
Jakar. He looks like, Jakar.
He looks like Jakar. Like when you see him, you're like, yeah, that's Jakar. Yeah, that's him.
Yeah. He looks Jakar.
He looks Jakar.
Oh man,
sound like a villain in Aladdin, man. Like, it was just like that loss is what really took me out. Go ahead, Wyse.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, man, how do you with the likes of their top, 3 of their top 4 players was out, man. Like, albeit now, they did have their point guard and Malcolm Brogdon. He was balling. Like, I'll give them that. But outside of him, like, who did they really have, man? Right. Who did they? And look, y'all talking about Jakar Sampson. Y'all actually forgetting somebody else.
Who?
Go ahead.
What's his name? It's leaving me. The brothers, the 2 brothers was this point.
Oh, the Holiday.
Holiday.
Yeah.
Holiday. Justin Holiday came back and got a W against us, man.
Like that was Holiday revenge game. Yes.
Justin Holiday revenge game.
It doesn't matter. The fact he was there with Jakar Sampson.
He got revenge, damn it. That's all that counts.
Yes.
He was in the game and he got some licks on us.
Yes.
That's all that mattered.
And Boylan was the whole time. Boylan was like, "See, like, I told you, should have kept Holiday."
You guys got to go back to after the Atlanta game. Jabari Parker actually talking shit against Chicago.
Really,
in his post-game interview.
Yeah. Oh, what he say? We didn't hear. Yeah, Jabari was talking.
I don't remember.
Just recently,
he was slighting the team, man. It's like, all right, man.
Hey, man, when you're down, you kick them. Like, that's how.
Did you hear? I mean, did you hear about what this John Collins, this guy from Atlanta, how he got suspended 25 games?
Yeah, the growth hormone, correct?
Growth hormone. It's like this peptide 2, which is supposed to increase your appetite. I mean, I don't know about you guys. Yeah. But I mean, first off, weed ain't good enough anymore. Right, What's going on here, guys?
I was just about to say.
And second, why should LeBron be the only one to take growth hormone? That ain't fair.
I agree. You get that beer for a reason, man.
Wait, shh. That's the dirty secret. Nobody likes talking about that. No. He's clean, kids. He's clean.
I've been to Atlanta. The food's not that bad, man. You can eat.
You know who has an unconventional way of putting on weight? I heard that
Felicio by existing
wearing a suit on the bench.
Nah. But DeAndre Drummond over in Detroit, they say that he drinks a beer a day. He drinks like a 40-ounce a day to help keep his weight on and put on more weight for I guess muscle or something like that.
I don't doubt that. They just had a story on
he has a beer body
on
too.
Twitter that said Jordan drank 12 Bud Lights in a game.
I saw that.
Oh yes, I was in the middle of telling Dub this story. So let me. I was in the middle of it right when you called Marcus to tell him. So Mike was, he played 18 holes of Ronick, then played another 18 because Mike don't like losing. Then Ronick said, "I'll beat him again." And then he was like, "I gotta go." Mike's like, "I got a game." And he's like, Mike, by this point, Mike had like 10 beers to the win. And he's like, dude, I'm thinking about betting against you tonight, right? He's like, I'm going to call my bookie up. You know what I mean? And Mike told him, he said, I bet you we win. He said, I bet you right now we win by 20 and I score at least 40. And Rhoda was like, yeah, I'll take that bet. Yep. The Bulls won by 26 and Mike scored 52.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. That's different.
Come on, man.
Ain't that good?
Jordan could cash that in with Bud Light tonight for $20 million.
That is goon stuff,
That's
man.
native advertising, man.
That's just different, bro. Like that, he a beast. Like I don't even know what to call that. That is insane.
What they?
I could never do that.
Back then, the slogan was.
Robinson said, man, after seeing him kick it and play like he did and with the Dream Team, he was like, I'm convinced that dude made a deal with the devil.
What was the story of Jordan was sitting in the tunnel smoking a cigar and he's like yelling at the other team coming in on their bus, like, which one of you pussies is gonna guard me tonight?
Yeah, Washington. Yeah. When he said Chris Webber and then we're getting off the bus and he's smoking that cigar, he walking in, he's like, which one of you gonna check me? And then he told him, he's like, he's guarding you. He guarding you.
Yeah.
And they said, Mike looked at him like, 50. And then went and did it.
Yeah, they cannot guard him that serious. No
one can do it. It don't happen. Byron Scott said the same thing. He said when he heard Byron was hurt that game, he was like, dude, you're not playing?
Yeah.
And then he said, who guarded me tonight? And I think he said Anthony Peeler or somebody.
Was it Calvin Shady?
No. I'm talking about when he was with the Lakers.
Oh, Lakers. Okay, yeah.
And I think he said it was Peeler or somebody.
Yeah, maybe
like that. And he said, Mike said 50. You know what I'm saying? And when it scored 52. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the goodness of this man is why he is the GOAT.
Man, that was back in the day when Winston Cigarettes was on the scoreboard. And just like it was just out in the open, man. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Wyse. It was wild times, baby. Like,
yeah. The 80s, man. Woo. That was the slogan back then.
Ads
They should bring that back. You guys are getting medicinal, or you guys are getting recreational in Illinois. You should have smoke with us, man. Smoke with us, drink with us. Yep. That's the new Bull slogan.
Yeah. Remember the ad for Camels?
Yeah.
Everywhere. Joe Camel was all over the place. Yeah. Then they have Virginia Slim. You come a long way, baby. Virginia Slims everywhere. Yeah, man. No, Wyse, it was like that, bro. It was a wild time. Like they didn't care about your death. That time, bro.
Clearly,
they did not.
The slogan was "Party with us."
They got the athletes telling people it's healthy to smoke. Basically.
Yeah, well, not really, but yes.
I mean,
not officially.
Not officially, not technically.
But Reinsdorf was taking money from the biggest Winston on the scoreboard.
Or the sports reporters on the sports channel, whatever. The whole crew used to smoke all the time, on TV.
On the scoreboard, on the scores table, yeah.
Oh, right.
The whole thing, it had a black background, but it looked gray.
Yeah.
Because of all the smoke.
He's right, because I remember Bob Sugar and those guys used to be on the boxing writer and things like that, man. Would be on there with the hat and that big old cigar, just smoking.
Terry Boris, he was young then. He would sit there and sit in sometimes.
Yeah. They be having a good time, too.
Getting cancer.
Yeah, right.
Yo, y'all dropping some history on me.
Yeah, man.
You missed it all, man.
It's all right. I know he's like good.
No. For real.
You used to go to a bar back in the day and be
back in the day. It was like, you can not only smoke in the bar, but like I worked in bars during the Jordan era as a bouncer. And
really,
it was like Tuesday nights was packed, man. It's like you had to get your ass out because that was, big screens were only in bars then.
Right. Correct.
TV at home sucked. But yeah, man. And it was even like I was working in the entertainment field too with bands and stuff. And it was wild because back then it was like, man, the band can't go on until after the Bulls game's done. You know? Because everybody's here to watch the Bulls. And then you prayed the Bulls crowd would stay and watch the band. You know?
Right.
Literally pray. I remember a Sunday I went to Catholic school. And the priest, the pastor, come out and that's the score of the game. Bulls, by the way, guys, let you know the Bulls are up by 10. It's New York. I know you guys want to know that.
Dude, when I was in grade school, because they moved me. My teacher moved me by the chalkboard because you know me, I was talking to everybody and then disrupting class, so he moved me by the chalkboard. but this was during the Bulls finals, right? So since he moved me by the chalkboard, I was sitting right the Bulls score up there and what the series was all the time, right in the corner. And he would be like, you know what? He's not talking. Just let him hear. Just let him. Just let him. Like, just let him go ahead and write that. Oh yeah, man. It was wild time, Wise.
And look how low we've sunk as an organization.
But I always tell people, Marcus, this is why guys like us, we know what winning looks like.
Yes.
And we know what greatness looks like. So when we see these teams and what the Bulls are doing, we're like, we have a good idea about what will work and what won't work. You know, we might say this play, we might disagree on the player and stuff like that, but we don't disagree on the type of scheme they're running. You know what I'm saying? Or the philosophy.
And see, I want to tell the listeners out there that are listening to this, you know, we could easily ditch. I'm out here in Southern California. I could do the Lakers podcast like it ain't shit.
Yes,
I could start it tonight.
Yes.
Okay. I could start it tonight. I could rank tomorrow. This is nothing. That's how good of fans we are.
Yes.
Sucks right now.
Hey man, why'd I do both?
Yeah.
Yeah, because his heart is not in it.
It's like
his heart
dual
is not
citizenship, man. I don't know.
Yeah, his heart's not there. He would be lying to. In the middle of the Lakers broadcast, he would be like, "I can't take this."
And then you call it Bulls.
I will say this: my hatred of LeBron would probably make it a #1 podcast.
Oh man, that sounds entertaining now.
I would call him a bitch every show.
Yeah, you feel me, Wise? Wise feel that's look at him. Like Marcus said, every show, Marcus.
Yeah. Hey, you know, the Bulls slogan is "Run with us." The Lakers' new slogan: 15 men, 1 dream, 29 eyebrows.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Did you just come up with that?
Went a long way for that.
No.
That is not where I thought that was going, but I'm glad it ended.
I wish I could afford to go to a Lakers game. I mean, it's like $600 for 300 level seats, man. I don't get it.
That's ridiculous.
I don't know. They must give out diamonds instead of T-shirts or something.
I literally got tickets for Chris and told like last week to go to a Bulls game.
Yeah,
and they were like, we had a great time. Everything. I couldn't even imagine if those tickets were $600.
Have you? I mean, all those things that go on during a game, aren't those stupid? The T-shirt shooting machine.
Oh, don't get us started.
Chick-fil-A and Portillo's. Let's do something else.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I'll be super thirsty. Like,
okay,
okay, dude. I have went to plenty Bulls games. And I have never got a shirt. Like, for some reason, they always fly right past me. I'm like, me.
Talk wise.
I do cartwheels, backflips, and all that, and they just shoot it right past me. I'm like, come on, bro.
Why can't we do something?
Man, they've been to a ton of games, man. A ton of them. We just cannot.
Wise, you better join the club, brother, with us, brother.
even Wise, the last game we went to, we literally sat right beneath when the t-shirt. We looked right up. It was like 20 t-shirts lined up in a row on the beam. We still are right above us.
Yeah.
Right above us. So I took out my camera. So I knew I wasn't going to get a shirt anyway. I took out my camera and I filmed this. How they dropped it right in front of us.
The parachutes, yeah.
Parachutes. And they somehow avoided the 5 seats we were in. It just
Why has nobody jumped over the side and leaped to their death trying to grab one of these things?
I think that's why, Martin.
I want to see some. I want to see some
real. Buried in the shirt. What do you want to do?
I want to see something cool. Like, can we do something that the players can actually participate in, like the Bulls players? Like if somebody nutmegs a guy with a pass that leads to a dunk, everybody gets Planters peanuts. How about that? Right?
That's pretty good. We like that. That's pretty good.
I mean, a nutmeg. Everybody be going crazy, man.
Going crazy, right? And we have a good reason to go crazy because now you're getting something for it. Yeah, instead of that. All right, Portillo's promotion.
Who's the Planters Peanut Agency? Get him on the horn right now. I got something for you.
I want the half-court
Reinsdorf would take the money, no problem.
No problemo.
I want the half-court shot back, man. Like the $1 million shot. Because I would nail that half-court shot in the big. I just want that. I just want the thought of like I could be chosen.
We can't even get T-shirts, and you think you're gonna get chosen for a half-court shot for $1 million? We can't even get shirts. We can't get shirts, bro.
How do you do with the Dunkin Donuts race, Chris? Are you good at that one?
Man can dream.
Always go coffee.
Yo, what Dave? Dave, I want to ask you, what is that process like? Like, how do they pick a person to do? Like, the last game I went to, the Lakers game, and they had to do, trying to shoot the first the mid-range shot. I think he hit that, then the 3-point shot. Like, how do they pick him for that? Is that random?
Oh, it is random. Yeah, how they pick them. I don't know the whole process in it, but I know it's random, like the lottery.
I know. Chicago, we banned all fan participation on the court.
Yeah, because after one guy hit the shot
in '95,
they canceled it.
They canceled it. Yeah.
They were like, nope, we're not paying nothing, no more, baby. No,
is that Bob related? Who was that?
Bob related.
Yeah, he ain't gonna do it. No way.
Wait, Marcus, have you gotten a shirt at a game before? You gotten stuff like that?
Kind of quiet over there.
No, I never got anything like that.
Oh, okay.
I have won the Dunkin Donuts race via the app before.
Okay.
And I've sent the coupon over to Wyse because I got to give him something for being a co-host. But when are they going to ever upgrade the graphics to this thing? I mean, it's like. Hey, Bulls, Twisted Metal 2 called from 96, and they want their graphics back.
How did it look, Chris? Like, you saw the new scoreboard. How did it look?
By the way, the scoreboard is humongous. And when you sit at the 300 level, it's actually at eye level, so you kind of like hypnotized and you have to watch the screen. It is huge and almost gorgeous, but it is this massive.
How's the Dunkin' race look? Is it good?
Same.
Still the same lousy graphics, but in 8K resolution.
Yeah, same lousy graphics. PlayStation 2 graphics was still going on.
We just got Dunkin' Donuts here in LA.
Oh man,
it ain't nothing like the Dunkin' Donuts in Chicago because that place was a hangout, man. This place they like close at 8:00. 8:00.
What? Dunkin' Donuts is like 20 hours, man.
And they're like, I was just in there. They're like, we're gonna stop using foam cups at the beginning of the year.
That's the coffee. That's the one.
I know. I heard they're gonna start selling drinkable coffee by like 2022. Also,
drinkable coffee.
What? Drinkable coffee.
What? And
newsflash, Dunkin' Donuts is not that good.
I know. And then so I looked up and they're changing all the posters because it used to say Dunkin' Donuts. Now they're going to Dunkin'. And
wow.
Did you hear about this name?
Yeah,
change?
I saw that. No, you're right.
No, they're still Dunkin'. They're Dunkin'.
No. They're just going Dunkin'.
They're Dunkin' now.
Yeah.
Why are they removing donuts?
I don't know. Because they sell coffee and all that.
And sandwiches and plant-based human meat. Soylent Green is what it is.
Trash.
It made huge news, man. It made big news. And then like all the other restaurants, like Arby's. They're like, hey, if they can change their name to Dunkin', we could change our name to dog food. That's not fair.
Hey, man, that one individual who goes to Arby's is mad.
Yeah, sorry, Arby's. I love your Chamocha shakes, by the way. They're tops.
He said, I just want to throw that in right there. I'm going to talk about that.
Anyway.
I'm mad. I'm still on these shirts. I really am. I'm still upset about this.
You saw the video.
I saw the video, Chris.
Me and you both, brother.
Hey, man. Listen, Chris and I have stories. Listen, man. You don't understand. Chris has been hitting the stomach by a shirt and still couldn't get it. He got, just
for real.
Smoke.
Chris got waved at. Chris got waved at by a lovable, and it turned out to be the dude behind him in the stand. Damn.
Chris, bro, you got them butterfingers, man.
No. Okay, it was at the DePaul game, right? Mm-hmm. And they threw shirts around. Of course, we didn't get it, and so it was done, right? And so they was walking off. So we was like, "Oh man, we didn't get a shirt." This one cheerleader who's walking off turned around and decided to launch one. And I turned around and it hit me right in the ribs because she literally threw it while she was walking up the tunnel. That's what happened. So I'm like, oh shit, it hit me in the rib. It bounced off me onto the lap of another older lady.
To an infant skull.
Oh, that's not even the best. No, the best one. The best one. We went to, no. We went to a WNBA game. Right. We went to that game because I'm like, listen, it was nobody. Listen, you could hear everybody conversation in that game. The only time they got hyped. The only time they got hyped was when the T-shirts came out. And so we were like, oh, we get one today. Ain't a lot of people in. We get one today. We stand up, right? And we like, yo, we making the noise and all that, right?
Like the guy's confident when they go to the Riverboat Casino. Man.
Hey, man, a lot of people there. We were confident. The seats were nice. We were confident, okay? They were like, they're going to at least see us, man. It's hard to miss me, okay? They're going to see us. So the guy looks up, and he looks Chris right in his eyes, and he points at him like he's Babe Ruth. And he gives them the point. All slow motion. All slow motion. This one's coming to you, man. And he's round back and he throws that joint. and he realizes Chris is not 6 feet tall. Chris is about, well, I think 5'8".
I'm barely 5'7".
Oh, he's barely 5'7". It scrapes the top of Chris's fingers. It scrapes the top of his fingers.
It's like the
Goes
astronaut
over his
movie.
hand, lands behind him, and guess what? It's an old lady another old lady sitting right there, says, "Oh, a t-shirt." Picks it on up and says, "I'm going home now." She gets the shirt. Chris gets nothing. We
No. I'm like, that's mine. That was an accident. That was mine.
You gonna find an old lady at a WNBA game with a shirt?
Yeah, bro. Like it wasn't gonna be a good look. That's how you end up on the news right there.
I wasn't gonna fight it, but I was just like, hey, you know,
You want, a local man at a WNBA event.
Try to do like the Indiana Jones, like switcheroo, put some popcorn in there while you take the shirt away.
Oh no.
Oh my God. Yes, man. So yes, we understand the pain. Yeah. We get what it is, man. We understand what it is right here. Okay.
Nah. But hey, I really want to hear what y'all think about how the start of the season has been going, though.
Do we have to? No.
Yeah.
I really do.
That's kind of why we're here.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I think we're both disappointed.
It's more fun to talk bullshit.
Yeah, but we're definitely both disappointed in what we saw. I think I felt like you. Wise, I think I agree with everything you said, because that's exactly how I felt. Like, I was walking in cocky, especially the Cleveland game. Man, I walked into the studio with all we getting this W tonight. Like, Cleveland, son.
To who you saying this? Like the crew and stuff? Like,
yeah. Oh yeah, man. I'm slapping fives. Like,
guy, what's up?
What up, bro? We getting this W tonight. You know, not even worried about it. You know what I'm saying?
Tristan Thompson.
You know what I'm saying? We playing the Kardashians out here, son. Yeah. Like, we winning this one tonight. This is a W coming with us. And I mean, Tristan Thompson turned into Karl Malone. And I was like, what is going on?
They literally could not guard him. He was like on another level.
Dude, Colin Sexton was out there, dude. Like, Rod Strickland. Like,
that's good.
Now, can I like propose something here?
Sure.
When we were talking a little old school versus new school, you know, there's a guy that I got a baseball player's card up on my little whiteboard here, and it's Ed Neely. Ed Neely's a tough son of a bitch, man.
Wow.
He's selling cars right now, I think, in Arizona. I'm not kidding. No, I think he owns a dealership.
Sounds about right.
But when Patrick Ewing would go off like Tristan Thompson would do or something like that, he'd send out Ed Neely. Ed Neely would take you out at the goddamn kneecaps if he could.
It's true.
Right? I mean, he was like the walking ACL creator. He was the stamp. Okay. Now I look at Gafford. I'm like, dude, you could be Ed Neely. You could be Ed Neely.
Oh, yeah. Are you saying you wanted someone to match his athleticism and energy?
I'm saying I need somebody to play a little dirty.
Basically.
Like Nico used to play dirty. Like Mike Dunleavy was a dirty bastard too, man. He would punch guys in the
eye. He was.
36 Chambers, old dirty bastard. Yes, he would.
That's why Giannis got him right in the ribs, because the play before he drilled Michael Carter Williams in the throat, the punch as he was going to the board.
Yeah, I'm upset Gafford is in the G League. Like, he is not G League material.
I don't get it, man.
Like, we're watching his
Did you
highlights.
see that footage?
Yes, I saw the footage. I sent that shit right to Chris. Like, they put this dude in the G League. This dude.
I think that guy was dunking from half court. Right? Right?
Like, how don't you want that on a highlight reel for your team on sport? That's Sports Center right there if that happens in the Bulls.
Are the courts smaller than G League or something? Like,
no, it ain't a 9-foot hoop either. No.
Okay. Making sure.
It's insane, man. Like, it doesn't make any sense why I saw him in the G League. I didn't want Denzel Valentine there either, because I thought both of them should be actually playing.
I saw Denzel in the True League, so quite frankly, that's
oh, we all saw that. Yeah, we saw that. Oh my Lord.
No, but Marcus, ain't that what I said on our last pod? Like, Gafford is gonna be beastie in the G League. Like, he is too good to be sent down to the G League. Like, what are they doing? And not to mention, looking at how Cornette is playing, like, come on, bro. Come on, like, we could definitely use Gafford right now. And even, looking at, I wonder what they're going to do with Denzel now, too, seeing how Otto Porter Jr. is out, and we don't know for how long, but I think it would be a lot smarter to have him in a rotation. It's like, although I like Archie, I really do, but we need some offense. We need some offense out there, because a lot of times in that second unit, just relying on Kobe White, sometimes it doesn't cut it. And I think Denzel bringing him in with, as an extra shooter, that would definitely help put some points on the board. Obviously, he's not that great on defense, but he's still valuable in some sorts.
Round
Are
two.
we recording?
Yeah, we're recording.
Okay, so for you listeners out there, we just had to take a break because we have this service that, the guys.
Oh, they won't know that.
Oh no, they will know that.
The magic of editing.
No, I want them to know. We need a Patreon. We need to support all these podcasters. We need help here.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Go ahead.
Okay,
go ahead.
But while we were in this pause for just 2 minutes, while you guys are getting a new link together, I'm seeing the Bulls feed and everybody's feed, and it's like, the beard is in the building and they're showing him walking the runway. When did the NBA become a bunch of fashion queens? When did this start?
Oh, this is true old man talk right
here.
Yeah,
I know, right?
No, I'm serious. What is up with this entrance? I mean, I'm not.
Get off my lawn.
I'm not. No.
I'm just messing with you, Marcus.
Is there a fashion podcast for the NBA yet? Because I feel there's an opening.
I mean, let's be real though. The NBA has always been about that fashion.
Yeah. Oh, I hear you.
Since back in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? Cass has been coming out ridiculous. I mean, Walt Clyde Frazier should show you that. You know what I'm saying?
But see, we were talking earlier in the show about Jordan standing in the tunnel with a cigar, calling everybody a pussy and saying, you can't guard me.
But I bet you he had a fly suit on.
Yeah.
He had a fly suit suits, man.
But he didn't try and out runway him in front of a camera.
He didn't have to. Yeah, Mike, do you see Mike's suits?
Mike didn't have to try to do anything.
That's true. Well, that's a fact. Y'all were trying to catch up to Mike level.
It just happened. That's all.
They were trying to catch up to Mike level, dog.
Add extra shoulder pads. That's all it needs.
and the hoop earring. How dare you say he had extra phones?
Oh, not the hoop earring. Oh, yes, man. They got people still rapping about that, dude. Yes, the hoop earring, classic, bro. So I'm with all that fashion. Now people might disagree with what they're wearing. You know what I'm saying, and think that that's trash and all that. But I don't have a problem with them, coming out trying to show out and look as clean as possible, man. I have no issue with that. They can do what they want. I mean, hey, come on and put a show on. It looks better when you come out like that, and then you think it's all. 50.
You think it's actually just all IG ads and all that, and product placement, and that's just them getting extra cash.
Very possible. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How do we do something like that? I mean, how do I Can I be your agent to wear stuff on this TV gig that you got here? How do we use this for our good? What can
you
want to
do? You tell me. You the one with the idea. You hit me.
They used to come up with wear a shirt that said "sponsor ad here."
Yeah,
I'm with a whole bunch of circle and
my cell number on it.
Here.
I'm with it.
See how many
I'll take the call.
Shirt for sponsor.
How about the other guys? Can we coerce them? Can I put something in that one guy's beard? Can I do that?
NBC ain't going at all.
Hey, they ain't told us no. It's all I'm saying.
Okay.
You got to tell. See, I'm under the firm where you got to tell me no first. I got to hear. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. I got that the other day when we were there to steal because of the loss that we had. We were so angry with the loss. That was like, dude, I want to flip this table, and I was like, dude, we should start the table with the table flipped over. And I was like, that'd be cool. And so I went and I turned the table over, right? And then they sit down word and it was like, guys, you can't flip the table over, guys. Guys, we have that set up for it was set up for a particular reason. The table was blocking certain things.
Yeah, I can't for a second they just show a trashed green screen.
But that's the whole point.
Yeah. But I know, but now I know what I'm gonna do next time. And
no pants, right?
No.
You need a boxing bag in the back and just have Matt just hit it.
We got a punching bag. We got a punching bag in the back.
Does it look like Felicio? It's big and round and shaped like a pear?
Yeah, right.
I'm on TV though. On TV.
Yeah. Shaped like a pear. Marcus, you're a fool.
Yeah, he is.
It's Saturday.
She said it's Saturday. Don't blame Saturday on this. We'll be like this on Tuesday. Don't blame Saturday on this, sir. How dare you?
Not kid about Felicio. He's not all bad. He's got to be fun. It's like, you got to have something to goof on.
Well, we had a chance to sit down with him and meet him because we went to this Bulls charity dinner.
Yeah, who brought the donuts?
Yeah. And
he gained 60 pounds in the offseason, man.
Dude, everybody who was there got a Bulls player at their table.
Yeah.
And we asked them who we going to get. We didn't know till we got there. And we had number 23. Our table number was 23. We're like, oh, man, we got 23.
Oh, shit.
Like, this about to be crazy. Like, who going to be here?
Yeah.
And we go up there, and it's like, hi. Felicio. You know, and it was Felicio and his girlfriend, man, was sitting there the whole time.
True.
His game is exactly like his personality.
Really? Weak?
Yeah. It's just, he was just there. Like, he was just.
He was present, kind
of. He was present. You know, he was like, I'm here.
For real?
He
he wasn't like open and chill and all that?
He was
going
nice.
through his head was, if they catch on to me, they might try and take the money back.
Oh, man.
Like echoing in his brain.
He was smiled a lot, you know, and he would speak, you know, and stuff like that. But it wasn't, you know,
it wouldn't.
Just long drawn out sentences, you know.
Bro, you know what 8 million a year, you know what 8 million a year buys in Brazil? Brazil.
Yeah.
He's gonna be King Felicio when he gets back.
King Felicio. He already on Nestle quick bottles out there. So
God, that's gonna taste horrible.
Oh, that's
you gotta put like half the thing in it. It's so weak.
It's called Nestle Slow.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy.
Thank you.
Come out. Yeah. One a month. Kids gets one a month.
Oh,
yes, man.
Damn. So what else have you found? Have you found some weird quirks about players and stuff?
Some weird quirks about players? No.
Yeah, like who smells? Like Cornette probably stinks, doesn't he?
No, Cornette was nice. Like when we met Cornette, man, he was mad nice and he was super funny. He's really into comedy.
Yeah.
He's super funny, man. Zach Lavine was cool too, because I got to talk to him and tell him the time I saw him at a Jay-Z concert.
The spaceship, right?
And I saw him in his spaceship, his car. And I was like, dude, I saw you in this black car, right? And I could see it was you in there. And I saw you driving it. And you kind of, you know, gave me the head now, like, what's up? Yeah. And I knew you were driving, but I couldn't hear anything. Like, you couldn't hear it. It was just, that's it. That's all you heard. Like, right, exactly. And when I'm sitting there calling it a spaceship and I'm talking about it, Perrion, who, you know, went to high school with him, who was on the Bulls preseason roster. He was one of his best friends. They both went to high school together. And I'm talking over there, and when I'm telling his face, Perrion comes over, he's like, "Oh, y'all talking about the spaceship?" He said, "Man, I love that car, man." He's like, exactly like, "Yeah, I had to get rid of it, man." He was like, "What'd you get rid of it?" I was like, "Why you know, because he's smart. He leases all his vehicles and stuff like that." I got a bunch of cars.
There you go.
Now,
I lease vehicles.
I see this phenomena. Have you guys seen this Cameo.com thing where you can like pay somebody $20 to say whatever you want?
Absolutely.
What?
Ben Gordon's on this. You ain't heard of this?
Yeah, you can have Ryan Archie Gafford for $20. For Chris, for $20, I could tell Gafford he wants to marry you. Yes. I could make him say whatever I want, and he'll say
there are like a ton of celebrities on this site, and you can go to it and pay them to say anything. And to say happy birthday or this is a great show or something like that, but it's all on Cameo. And this
sounds like something that was done years back.
Yeah.
But like on TV.
Yeah. Well, now they but they put it together now.
On TV.
Yeah, right.
Like Dwight Howard's on it.
Right, exactly.
For $300, Dwight Howard's on it. Like you can sometimes watch what they say to other people.
Yeah.
Like they had one, Dwight Howard was in a steam room. I'm like, man, don't move that camera any more than it is, man. Plus, you didn't see his hand was off screen. You didn't even see what he was doing. It's like
I want to know who's keeping the money and who's actually donating to charity.
I don't think it's any donation to charity. I think they all pocketing that cash, bro.
I should pocket it.
Because some dudes is like $20, you know, some dudes like $25. Like guys like Dennis Rodman is like $300.
Can it be anything negative or it gotta be like positive?
I saw Rodman's. Rodman was like, they were gonna play this Rodman cameo at a wedding. He was all pissed off because he wasn't invited. And I don't think he was kidding either.
he don't know how cameo or he think cameo means I make an appearance.
He thought he was getting texted.
Right. He thought I'll make an appearance, man. Y'all gonna have free booze and stuff and women and I ain't gonna be there. What's wrong with y'all? You know what I'm saying? Dennis Rodman. Oh well, happy wedding.
So can we get a shout out for Bawl or our podcast? Can we do that?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
So you definitely do that.
So how do you like search for it on the website?
You just go to Cameo, you go to the search engine, you type in a celebrity
you search via celebrity. You don't search via what the message was. You just go to the celebrity.
There's actors and all that. You can hire. There's you can have Ozzie Guillen say something to you.
Yep, it's true.
Would you understand it?
Will Purdue is on it. Would you understand it?
Hey.
Would you understand
How did Will
it?
Purdue get on it?
Because it's Will Purdue. He's a celebrity.
No, he's not celebrity.
Will Purdue's a celebrity, bro.
Since when?
Because he's on television.
Because he's charging $40 to say something to you. That's why,
that too.
man.
Yes.
Yeah,
when you're on television, you're a celebrity.
So you're a celebrity?
Chris.
So are you
You got
celeb
the-
now, Dave? What kind of action you getting around town nowadays?
Action by what? Cameo?
Well, hey, you tell me. You're not in Cameo yet, big. You ain't made the big time yet, my man.
I ain't made
Are you?
I'm G League, brother. I'm G
Are you
League.
getting free
man.
beers? What are you getting?
Hey, man, I'm
guys
G-League,
slipping you
bro.
weed. What's going on?
I'm G League, Marcus. You know what I'm saying? I'm G League,
Yeah.
man. I ain't got nothing yet. Well, I got recognized a couple of spots, but yeah, you know,
All
the
right,
same
well-
old things I was getting previously is the same things I'm getting now.
They still think he paid for the Bears.
All right. Well,
They
here's the
still
deal.
think I play for the Bears. Yeah.
The pirate stream that I use to watch NBC Sports Chicago here in LA, so I can watch the game. They started actually carrying the post game and Bulls Outsider. So
Oh,
you've made it, my
wow.
friend. The
That's
Pirates
awesome.
have recognized your talent.
Like, this guy's kind of cool. We should just leave it on.
That's exciting, actually. I'm glad to hear
This
that.
is dope.
Yeah.
Yo, Dave, so I'm on the website right now, the cameo.com,
Yeah.
because I got the same thought. Like, hold on, how do we get a shout out from one of these people?
You just
Yeah.
pay them.
That would be
Just pay 'em.
dope. Nah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, that is super dope. We got to use this, Marcus,
Yeah.
for real.
I already got Ray Clay. That didn't cost me nothing, but
Oh, my
Um,
goodness. We got to do Ray Clay's on that?
Ray
don't
Clay
you
is
think
on
Ray
it.
Clay
Need some
should be?
more.
Hey, tonight Tommy Edwards retires. Don't you think Ray Clay needs to come back?
Oh yes, absolutely, Ray.
Because
Clay
my
needs to
feeling
do
is
that.
this, man. It's the PA announcer that calls every shot, and so their excitement translates to the fans' excitement. Fans' excitement translates to the players' excitement. So we need an energy buster, man. And Ray
Yeah.
Clay's that guy. I don't need to hear, no offense to the channel you work for, Dave, but some of these substitute teachers that they're putting on as the announcers, oh my God, I can't even imagine what they're going to do as far as the PA stuff. I hope they bring Ray Clay back.
I do too, man. Like, I mean, you just like you said, you hit it on the head right there. The excitement, that you get just hearing Ray Clay. Just as soon as he says, that, it's
Mhm.
over. Like you're like, what? Like I don't even care if you never heard him before. Your
Yeah.
attention is immediately, you're immediately turning towards him as soon as you hear those two words. You're like, who is that?
I guarantee you, Ray Clay comes in as a surprise doing the opening.
Yeah.
All the in the crowd, man, will go nuts.
Oh, they would go crazy.
And now, whoa, hold on.
Hey.
Hey,
Damn, my balls are shaking over here from that.
Where Jordan Scotty at? Where is he coming out too?
Like, where did this Jordan jersey come from?
I know, right? Why do I have high top fade all of a sudden?
Yeah. Finally, I can light a cigarette up in the United Center again.
What do I got on these Air Harachis? Like,
And finally, we
Light
be
a
winning
cigarette.
again.
I
That's what
like
it
how we
takes.
made the '90s sound like we were on the episode of Mad Men.
Yeah,
Because that's all Wyse is thinking right now. He's like,
Yeah.
Oh, man.
These
like,
guys
Hey,
what is y'all?
and their
Kardashians,
dreams.
what's going on?
I'm just enjoying. I'm listening and enjoying, man.
Straight up, man.
That was in the day you could sneak into the Chicago Stadium.
Oh, that back in the day. That was definitely back in the day.
Oh,
You
yeah.
could do that. You could
Yeah.
definitely sneak into the Chicago Stadium because it was before the United States, that Chicago
Yeah.
Stadium.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It was a dump, but it was our dump. You know what I mean?
That's what I like about it. A lot of the old buildings had like secret hallways and stuff you didn't know about.
Yeah, and character,
Yeah, character, right?
and character.
In the
too.
rooms you could like do drugs with no one.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I went to a concert at the Forum. I went to go see a concert, and I had like backstage, and I'm walking through like the tunnel, and I'm like, Rodman probably shot up right in this bathroom in the hallway.
Oh, man. Oh,
Wait, who did you go see?
It was Soundgarden before that.
Soundgarden. Okay.
Before that
okay.
guy hung himself, which was great. I mean, great for me,
Oh,
not so much
man.
for him.
Yes, yeah, not so much. Oh man, dude.
Yeah, I've been to the forum a couple times. It's fun.
Oh man,
I like how that's your first thought though. Like, man, Robin shot
Yeah.
up.
No, right?
Not Jordan Dunk
Yeah,
one
not
here.
yeah, not Jordan won the first title here. Not Magic Johnson and Kareem.
And then I went down the hallway, and at least I was like, man, James Worthy probably had 4 prostitutes right in that room right there.
And James came out and said 5 over there.
Yeah. Only 4? Yeah.
Right.
Jay in the tunnel with a cigar. Only 4?
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Picture
You know my name? Big Game, brother. Big Game, James.
That's right.
You better recognize this. My goodness.
Oh, we got nobody. We got no alpha on our team whatsoever.
Yeah. That is a problem. Because the guy we want to be the guy, it just refuses to want to be the guy.
Laurie Market.
Okay, man. He refuses to want to be that dude. And it seems like Wendell Carter Jr. wants to be it.
No, Wendell Carter Jr. is what I didn't name him, Mr. Steady. He just 15 point, you can be a leader in the locker room.
Yeah.
But like as far as on the court being a scorer, no, he's not gonna do that.
Yeah, he's not gonna
become a leader in the locker room. What's that all about?
Yeah, somebody got to do it. Somebody has to speak for this team and speak correctly. And he is always the one. He's been the one since last year to say what everybody was thinking, you know what I mean? And to, give some accountability or take some accountability, you know what I'm saying, for this team and what we're doing what they're doing.
But what does he do? Go into halftime and go? I mean, I haven't seen this on Run With Us yet, the Bulls soap opera that they put out, but the
telenovela.
I haven't seen the locker room talk of like, come on guys, we're gonna set those picks and we're gonna make those shots. Kick it out to me. I'll be ready for 3. Let's go. Bring it in. I mean, where's that?
Yeah, Hoosiers is, I think, what you're looking at.
Yeah. But Lowry's that Hoosier kind of guy. I mean, if he's going to be the locker room leader.
Yeah, Lowry's he's just not that guy. Like, he specifically said these things, and that's what had Chris so pissed off.
Yeah. In the article, he was like, said something, I'm kind of, and I give you a full quote here, but something to the effect of, you shouldn't expect me to score 20 points and 15 rebounds a night. I'm just trying to do what I can, help my team win. I'm like, bro, like winning means you got to score.
Yeah, winning means
you get 22. Like, don't you if you're an NBA fan, scoring is hard. You get paid to score. It's hard because that's why people get paid a lot of money to score.
Yeah.
So you have to win.
Is it a confidence thing?
It feels like it. Like, it feels like a confidence thing. Like, it was so bad. Like, Chris and I were like, dude, is he hurt? Like,
he has been hurt before. He has been hurt before.
I thought about that before too.
Yeah.
And remember, Laurie this year specifically said that he wants to play like he's 82.
Yeah.
So he may be sucking up some injuries just to get through the whole season. Because he doesn't want to miss. He said he's tired of missing 2 weeks and all this kind of stuff. So I don't know. Maybe he's sucking up some injuries and some pains just to.
But that stuff not helping your team. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Why it's like it's not helping your team when you do stuff like that. Like, if what you're doing is a clear hindrance to what we're doing on the court, bro, go sit down and rest for a second.
I want to see Gafford get some tick, right?
Yes.
Thank
you.
To
The madness.
Dude, I told that I was like, "Dave, who's gonna come off the bench first, Felicio or Gafford?"
Yeah, that's good. Let me ask y'all that because that's the question. Marcus and Wyse. Who comes off the bench first? Actually, I'm gonna throw another one in. Who comes off the bench first? Valentine, Gafford, or Felicio?
Oh, Gafford.
Is that a question?
Every day.
That's a question.
Are you kidding me?
No, definitely Gafford, bro.
Are you sure?
Dude, I would pay.
We're not asking who you think should. We're asking who you think will.
Oh.
Yeah.
Felicio. Messing with Boyle and Felicio, man.
Yeah,
all
man.
Day. He goes, you say go right, he goes left. Like, he just does everything backwards, if you ask me. Seriously.
He does.
I don't know what that dude be thinking.
What side do they drive on in Brazil anyway? Left or right?
I don't think he knows.
That's a good question.
Felicio gonna run out there in a suit. Like, no, Felicio, you have to be uniform on. Man.
Hey, but not, even the question that Marcus asked, like, who's the alpha on this team? Like, who do y'all think like actually has the potential to be? Like, because if you ask me, I think looking at all these dudes, it's Kobe. I think he's just a kid, though. I think that's the reason why, they probably don't want to put all that on his back right now. But if you ask me, he has that killer mentality. Like, that dude don't care if he go freaking 3 for 20. I think he still take the last shot if you let him.
No, that's very true. He definitely has that mindset about him. And
I think this. I hope that somewhere down the line the Bulls like hire Joakim Noah again.
Mm-hmm.
I know this is a long shot, but I would love to room Joakim Noah and Kobe White together. And just like come, just they're not going to have a baby, but I mean, I'd like the next best thing, which is some good play out of Kobe White, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that blend. I don't know what Thad Young is doing for this team yet.
He's doing what he does every year. Like he's been steady.
No, but everybody's like, he's the glue. Well, if he's the glue, this glue sucks, man. This ain't holding up shit.
Mark, you go ahead, it out tonight, bro.
No, Wes, go ahead. Go ahead, Wes.
In regards to that, Marcus, I think he has been like Dave said, he's steady. Like he's averaging what 12 points right now, like close to 6 rebounds or something like. And then I think he does all the intangibles. I think what we're seeing here is just a lot of guys not being used correctly. And like that's I don't think that a lot of these dudes are being used to their strengths. I think that that's the problem right now, and that's why I keep pointing to coaching. And like I saw a comment on our last podcast, Marcus, where a guy said, all you media heads think that it's just about the coaches. Like, why not get on the players? Yeah. We have gotten on the players. Right. Like, what do you mean?
My answer was media. What the hell are you talking about? That's Dave.
Another reason, Boylan gives us a reason to come after him. Listen to his sound bites.
Wow. That's very true.
like this dude said that he's trying to develop his bench. He said, I'm going to develop this bench.
Talk on it.
Do what? How about developing your starters first? Like, what are you talking about? Those dudes don't even know how to play cohesive basketball yet.
And why is not even developing the bench, but developing the bench in the fourth quarter against the Lakers.
Like what? Oh.
Yeah, Wise. I felt that one.
Those things like championship teams do. Like it's almost like he thinks he's trying to win the championship this year or something.
Yeah, but that's not what championship teams do.
But not even that. But like I need my bench because
it's load management, guys. Come on. Management. 5 games is hard in the season. They got to rest.
And that's another thing Chris has complained about is the minutes that these young guys are getting. Right, Chris?
Yes, because like I'm confused. I'm old man here, but like I don't understand how Zach Lavine, who's 22 years old, can't play over 30 minutes a game. Like to me, he should be playing like the whole game. Like, why does he need rest?
Yeah.
Like, we've seen guys in the past, even now, who could play like 38 minutes, 40 minutes a game. We see, I know I'm spoiled watching Jordan and Scotty. I am. But them dudes play 38, 40 minutes a game. Yeah. You're like 22, and you can't get over 30 minutes a game?
And their load management was,
for what?
We've blown you out. And in the fourth quarter, we get to sit down and put the ice bags on these because we're up by 30. That was the load management for the Bulls. We kicked your ass for 3 quarters. So now we can rest in the fourth quarter. Right. That's the load management.
I don't. I'm like, why is Lavine sitting out like half the third quarter and half the fourth?
Yeah.
I'm like, he's 20-some years old.
Yeah, seriously. He comes. Yeah, you're right. He comes out by what, like 5 minutes left in the third.
And that's how they lost the lead.
With like 7 minutes left in the fourth.
Like, literally like 20 minute real time.
Well, he's got to develop the bench, Chris. Got to
develop the bench on the side, bench on the court, or the bench on the side.
Ryan Arcidiacono needs time. Damn it.
Archie needs time to develop his grit. He's got to develop that grit, man. It's got to come out of him.
I just don't get it. If he's your star, you can't shoot him like he's an old man Kawhi Leonard or something. Kawhi Leonard ain't old, but correct. But he's like, what? Is it just me that like who can't understand why he can't play for 30 minutes a game? Is that me?
Yeah, I think also we're forgetting that who our front office is. I think that Pac snatched his soul. Like, I seriously do. Like when he first came here, remember last year when he was like running the guys into the ground or at least in practice, so we hear and all that, and they was ready to walk out. You look at how he is this. You look at how he is this year. It's totally flip flop. It's totally flip flop. I think that now, like, he's just super tame. He's not himself anymore, and I think it's because Paxson got in his ear and told him what to do. He told him he better not be another Tom Thibodeau.
Can I give this quote from Casey Johnson that we've been talking about, Wyse and I. He answered a fan, and the fan asked if Boylen's job was in jeopardy. And Casey said, the short answer is no. The long answer is not only did the Bulls extend Boylen's contract during the offseason, but ownership and management are also fully convinced he's the right man for the job. In fact, I've rarely seen a coach as organizationally aligned as Boylen is. And I've covered a few Bulls coaches. Boylen isn't going anywhere.
I mean, the coach they had, they went online.
Yeah.
But it's strange because Paxson knows that in order to win, you don't have to have the front office to coach a line.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, you had some great players on the team, but that doesn't always have to be harmonious.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Exactly.
Like, there's a bunch of great teams we can go down where that was not the case. We're like, nope, they weren't together. They weren't together. But winning is what we're talking about.
That kind of like, now I question, like, is that Boylen just being a little puppet? Does he have a real personality? No, is he sincere in how he acts? Because he's like,
I don't think so.
A lot personality-wise, it seems like.
Yeah, and let me say, because the times we got to speak to him and actually talk to him, and I say this all the time.
You talk to him in person, right?
and I say this all the time about him. I want to feel about Jim Boylen the man. You know what I'm saying? And I want to feel. I'm sorry. Let me say. I want to feel about Jim Boylen the coach as I feel about Jim Boylen the man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel, because meeting him and talking to him, he's a nice guy. He's very straight up with you. You know what I'm saying? He'll crack jokes. He'll talk to you about things. When he'll put a little shine on some things. You know what I'm saying? You're like, all right, I see your game. I feel you, but go ahead, go off though. You good? You know what I'm saying? You all right? But,
all right. So let me ask you this: Do you think he's just towing the line for job security? Because I'll tell you what, I saw that one episode of the soap opera where you're in his house and he's eating cereal.
Oh my God, yo, Marcus! Oh my God, Marcus!
And I'm like,
Marcus,
what?
Marcus, yes. Oh my God, Marcus!
Wait, go ahead.
I'm like,
I didn't see this.
All right, wait a minute, man. You got a bicycle in your dining room here? What's going on? And so to me, if I'm a coach with some tenure and I know I'm gonna be sticking around, I'm gonna get a pimp crib somewhere downtown.
Did you see what he does in the morning? Did you see that one? It was like 6 o'clock in the morning, right?
Drinks water, looks at the paper.
Yeah, he's sitting
paper.
there. Like, no, he's sitting at his table, and he's just by himself, and he was like, I like to take this time, to prepare, and get ready.
Yeah.
He's sitting there eating a bowl of cereal. And I mean, I don't know what kind of cereal.
That's
I don't know what kind. I know it's crucial. I know. And we'll watch it together, and
it was like an oatmeal kind of thing.
But he's sitting there eating it, and I mean, he's just looking out into space while he's eating it, bro. Like, it's so weird. Like, he's just sitting there, and he's just looking out into space, and it don't look like he has a thought. He's just looking. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just staring. It's 6 a.m.
Is that the camera crew? I mean, coaching.
Dude,
I mean, is it like a porno? Like, don't look at the camera. Don't look at the camera. Don't look at the camera.
Oh, wow.
Money shot.
To the oatmeal.
To the oatmeal. It was so strange to me watching that, man. It was just, I'll show it to you, Chris. Like, it was just really
you're going to get creeped out. It's like, this is our coach. This guy,
dude.
I don't even, like, this is like a weird neighbor whose house you don't want to go into,
Y'all got me about to go watch that episode. Now, I didn't even see it.
No, what? Just that part, dog. Like, and he's talking like, I like these times in the morning.
Yeah, like I paused it. I'm like, what kind of appliances does he have?
And I'm like, why are you speaking so low?
Yeah,
like nobody's
talking to.
Like nobody's there, and just sitting him eating by itself at this big long table.
Yeah, in a really boring house with nothing cool on the wall at all.
I mean, does he have a wife? I thought he was married.
No, I guess not.
Black hallway. Like what?
I mean,
like
am I
walking through
Black
a cave?
hallway.
He might be married. I don't know, but I know at that house ain't no marriage at that crib.
You can tell,
the
furniture's all.
No, the furniture's new and everything, but you can just tell nobody's there.
The angle, I couldn't see if the seat was up or not in his bathroom. I don't know.
Marcus knows what to look for. That's a married man right there. Marcus knows what to look for right there, man. He understands, man.
2 6 in the bathroom, 1 6.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Boylen is the dude that will give you the shirt off his back. He's the dude that will give food to the home. He's that nice guy. He is that dude. You know what I'm saying? He's a great human being. But I just want to feel about him as a coach as I feel about him as a person.
But I want my coach. I want my coach to have whiskey on his counter, like for those rough games. I want to be like, oh goddamn, I got a drink.
That's real.
You want your coach to be an alcoholic.
Yeah. No, I don't.
Semi-alcoholic. Is that what you're saying? Semi. Just
no, but I want him to feel our pain. Okay?
Ah, there it is. Okay,
you want to drink a pack of Camels on the
yeah. I want him waking up. I would have been fine not seeing what his kids look like. I want him to be
up
like,
along
I've been at the Advocate Center all night long.
Yeah,
because I've been going over tape. Like that's what I want.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. But I just want to feel about him that way because I don't know, man. I don't know. I like Kobe White a lot. I think he's gonna be. I agree. I think he should be starting. I really do.
Yeah, because you wonder, like, there's nothing, you're kind of playing for kind of the playoffs.
Yeah.
But I think you're right in the sense him being the alpha. Kobe actually does not, he has full confidence in his abilities on the court.
Yeah.
Like, he's not scared to hit the big shot. He wants the big shot.
Yeah.
And he wants to be that guy on the court that you look for to take, the big shot. And
yeah.
So I think you're right in front of the alpha on the court. Of course, Zach will have something to say to that because he likes to take big shots too as well.
Yeah. That's true.
But
he does. But if you want to play fast, run your fastest lineup. Go ahead, Wyse.
But even with Zach, like, him having a problem with that, like, to me, in a way, I don't know if y'all peeped it, but it seemed like if Zach starts off bad, the rest of the game is bad. If he has like a bad first half, the second half is usually the same way. And I don't know what's with him about that. When like a guy like Kobe, he could go whatever 3 for 12 or something like that, and he's still gonna take that last shot at the end of the game and nail it. Mm-hmm. But with Zach Lavine, it seems like he doesn't quite have that in him for some reason. I don't know what it is. But even speaking to Dave about you think Kobe White should be starting, I kind of disagree with that just because of the team that we have right now and the point I mentioned earlier about our bench not really having any scoring power. You know what I'm saying? If you take Kobe White off of the bench, then who are we gonna have to score?
True. I feel you on that, but my thing is, if you
eventually, of course,
they want to play that they want to play fast, and Kobe White is clearly your future. So I'd rather him get those lumps and take that rep now and figure out what he's doing now than to wait another year. Now, and you're right about the scoring. You're right because Satoransky will be your guy coming in off the bench, but I think in my head, I'm like, man, a good coach will figure that out about which starter to leave in with.
And also with Kobe comes off the bench. Now, we talked about this earlier in the year in our podcast. Kobe comes off the bench looking to score. He is not looking to be a pass-first point guard or whatever. He plays shooting guard off the bench. So if he starts as a point guard, that may throw him off as far as how he wants to approach the game.
But I think that would be helpful because we want him to learn how to facilitate also.
But it seems like they told him to just go out there and score.
No, he told himself. He said, "Oh no, you know what? I'm just gonna tell me nothing." Right, you know what I mean? Right. I've been doing this all my life,
hair, bro. I don't care.
Right, you know what I mean? Right. Long hair, don't care, baby. That's how it goes, man. Long hair, don't care. We out here trying to score. But I see both of those points. I do, man. But it's just the fact that since we started off so bad, I was like, change something.
I feel you on that.
Didn't it feel like an accident when he started playing really good, Kobe White? You're like, wait, this is a rookie? What?
I just didn't expect it so early.
I'm like, I remember Marquise Teague and all these other dudes. It's like, and that ain't too long ago. I'm not going into Jordan times. This is
Wyse.
2 years ago. 2 years ago.
Sorry, man. Sorry the era you had to come up in, brother.
It's all good.
Yeah, man. Sorry.
It's all right. All right, I'll get you up to speed on YouTube.
We got to wrap this up, man, because Zoom is telling us we got to wrap this up.
All right.
So we
won another 40? Wow.
We went a whole other one, man. So I want to give y'all guys the floor, man. Thank y'all for coming on here, man.
Thank you, man. It's been
Let the people know where they can check y'all out at, bro.
Well, the podcast you can find at Bowls Podcast. That's like our name, domain, YouTube channel, all that. For some reason, all of y'all slept and just let me sweep it up right after everybody else started. I don't know what's the problem here, but I got that one. And then me, you can find at Marcus Couch online. That's it.
Yeah, for me, I'm on YouTube. You can just find me. Just go to YouTube, type in Wyse Black, Wyse spelled with a Y, WYSE, and Black spelled the regular way. And on social media, it's radical_creative. Connect with me.
Yes, man. And you can check us out at ballsports.com. You can check out our podcast there. Find us on Twitter at Ball Sports and on Instagram under the same handle. And also Chris is at Bawl Sports 1 on Twitter, Chris.
Yes, and if you like what you heard, you could donate $1 or $2 to support us so we could pay Zoom some money.
Yeah. Stop being cheap, people.
Right. So is the blue donate button on the website? If you donate $1 or $2, we appreciate it. If not, spread the word. The website is ballsports.com, BAWL sports.com. And if you can't donate, just spread the word to your friends and family.
Yes, man. Guys, I can't tell you how much fun this was for y'all coming on this show, man. This has been a blast, bro. Like, for real.
How much hard scoring tonight?
That's a good question.
At least 40.
You going for 40?
Nah.
Yeah.
Why is I had a disagreement in your voice? Why?
We gonna hold him down. We gonna hold him down.
He said to what?
He gonna have like 17 or something.
Yeah, the only way we're holding him down is if we glue his seat.
This is gonna be one of his off nights. I got faith. They gonna pull it out tonight.
They have 25.
You give him 25?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude,
so is Russell's playing tonight though too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Russell's gonna kill.
Yeah, man. I think Kobe White gonna watch Russell and say, "Oh."
This is for
that's how you do it.
This is for Harden and Westbrook. This is like sending Denzel and Gafford to the G League. This is gonna be,
wow.
Oh, and before I go, man, because I promised him I'd do this. But shout out to our fan, one of our number one fans, man. Our boy AP Bulls fan 88 on Twitter. This dude, listen, man, he loves our show so much, bro. I have to send you the tweets he sends me, Chris.
Oh, okay.
He says I've checked every day to see if y'all have put up a new show. Because and he said my girlfriend is sick of us because he said at 3 a.m. all she hears is bow. When she's sleeping. That's what she hears, dog.
See? So she needs to change it up. Let me tell him.
Yes,
she needs to change it up. Like right when he hits the spot, at the session. She's got to yell out. She's got to yell out. Wow!
Oh my, you a fool.
Yeah. Come on, Chicago, make that a trend. We need the ratings.
Shout out AP Bulls fan 88. Shout out.
So y'all see how we get down on Bulls podcast.
Play that for your girl.
Oh, we see how y'all get down. Like I told y'all, man, it's a higher level of dub. It's a much higher level. It's a whole other thing, man. Definitely check out their podcast, Bulls Podcast, with our guy Marcus and Wyse Black, man. Check those guys out. Thank y'all for checking us out and rolling with us, man. We will be back with more wonderfulness soon. So just go on and enjoy it. And go on and chill on out. And hopefully enjoy a Bulls victory. Please enjoy a Bulls victory. Thank y'all for tuning in. On behalf of my man Chris, a.k.a. We out. Bow. Peace.
Right on time.
That was dope. Man, that was awesome, fella.